Okay, for today's, this is our first day, and you've watched the welcome video. And for actually, Monday and Tuesday are going to be your easiest days in the course, so enjoy them. It's more kind of paperwork, introductions, and I need to make sure that everyone is accessing this e-learning program, and I need to do some of that kind of stuff you don't need to be worried about before we actually get into the content. So, uh, just looking at when you log into your page, this is the message you're reading um, that I have. Well, you're reading it. I'm showing it to you here. There will be here. It says watch the following video. Well, that's what I'm making right now. So then I'll be connecting that video to this. So always like to start with a prayer or a reflection. I typically will do probably more reflections than per se prayers, although they're very much connected. Just time to slow down, take a breath. Always good to start that um, before you start your day or before you start a new course or a new subject, whatever it might be. Okay, so in for today's activity, other than reading through this again, and I'm just making sure that everyone's logging on, um, that they can access it, that passwords are good, that I've created a discussion for you to introduce yourself, and then I talk a little bit about in order to be how to be successful in this course, which I did a little bit with my introduction. And it's really important that you have the technology. Obviously, you're doing an e-learning course, and I mentioned a webcam is really, really important. Some have tried it with their phones. It doesn't work so great, although we can make it work. And please let me know if that's an issue. Don't wait until the very end to tell me that you don't have a webcam. And some of the audio doesn't work, and so that's really important to have functioning audio. And again, just let me know. We can we'll make it work. We'll figure something out. So I talk about needing paper or a word processor. Papers, because I mentioned note making is huge in this course. A word processor is for typing. So whatever you prefer, the for your best learning, the research is for your brain is actually pen to paper. It's still the number one. Okay, and the board does supply Word, actually all the Microsoft software. So I can connect you with that as well. Colored pencil crayons, color really helps. Calculator, ruler, just so that whenever you're ready to go dive into your content, that you have all your materials ready. And then again, I talk about the notes being a major part of the course. I will be making a Teams link, although we won't be using the Teams link per se, except for help sessions. Like someone will contact me, and we know that when we communicate electronically, I mean that's been proven over and over again that we will there can be potential miscommunication. So sometimes I'll say join me on Teams, and I can use the whiteboard to help you. I can go to the back here, use the whiteboard and help you. You can clearly explain to me the problem you're having. Maybe you want to share your screen. Like there's just so many cool things that we can do that at the end you're going to feel good. And that's what's most important. You want to feel good about the learning process, and you don't want to have that, frustration of I don't understand what's going on. You just need to ask. Teams, email, or two ways. So what a typical day looks like, you obviously log on every day. You have to log on every day. It has to happen. There can be situations that do happen where you're not able to, and that's out of your control. But it's really important to have that schedule and to be planning on spending 2 hours a day, Monday to Friday, and then the weekend, depending on whether we have assignments, 2 to 4 hours on the weekend for homework, and it may be more if there's a big assignment that you have to do, as I've indicated here. So I'm going to let you read through that. It is important that you read through it. I know the tendency is just to go, I don't need that, but I really want you to read through it. So watch the following videos. This is what I'm making right now. Here we go. So under communication, you're going to go into discussion. I am in student mode, so you're going to see something like this. If you haven't done a discussion before, that you're going to see here, this is a welcome and how you're introducing yourself. You actually click on the link, but please, please, please read that this has a um, a time limit that you can access this. Okay. There's two parts to it. There's a part one where you're actually writing about yourself and sharing, which is, awesome. And then you have a part two where you're actually going to respond to some of your classmates' um, um, posts or threads, they're called. Um, and I've made some very like I'm watching this, right, and I've made some very clear instructions on the type of comments that you want to be using. Again, I'm not reading through this for you. You need to read through this because I am try my best to give you really, really clear instructions. You just need to take the time and read it and go through it carefully and go through it a couple times. And if you're still confused, that's when you reach out to me. So I've got the instructions here. I tell you what I want in the subject line. That's really important. I've actually colored, highlighted it so that you can see. I did a practice or a demonstration one where I wrote about me. Um, which is odd, but it's I just wanted to help you with saying, okay, here are some things about me. This is not about me. This is about giving you really clear instructions on how you can be 100% successful in this. So I included a picture of me and my horse. I do have a horse. And then really important here, how will you be assessed? You'll be assessed under learning skills. So you either get an excellent, good, satisfactory, or needs improvement for this activity. You must start a new thread, and actually, I say it have it improved, but I believe I've taken that off, so I'll correct that. You don't need to. You can start a new thread. So this is, you click on it, and I scroll down. I click on start a new thread, and then I can follow the instructions and up here, right? To It includes a picture too on how you start the new thread. Okay. And that is, believe it or not, it for today. And then tomorrow we're going to be going into more of the policy and the day one sheet, and things like that. And then we get into the really cool science stuff um, on Wednesday. I might start a little bit on Tuesday night. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the discussion.